All right, let's go. Good morning. What a beautiful day. Beautiful morning. Yes, indeed. It is a beautiful morning. Thank everybody for tuning in. We're going to let the room fill up. We're on various channels here. So I want to give everybody time to fill in. Yes. Yes, thank everybody for tuning in. Give me a few seconds while everybody fill in. I'd like to appreciate everybody for tuning in to the nation. It's always a pleasure, always a plus. Yeah. We almost there, guys. We almost there. Victory Monday. A victory Monday is everything. Yeah. Victory Monday. Yes. So as we continue to celebrate this morning, I want to bring out some fun facts for everybody out there that's in the nation. This is the thing. My name is Law Nation. For those who tuning in for the very first time, I do film session, film reviews, film breakdowns, you name it. Law Nation does it, you know. So I do have a podcast that's LAW Nation. Thank Phantom, thank Silver and Blue, Big Game James, and D Dallas Prospect. Every legend was once a prospect, as well as the Cowboys experience, where you can get in line with players and be able to be a part of the movement that we have going on with the Cowboys experience. It's always a pleasure. I have in the description box. You can click that link and it will take you to the Cowboys experience, so you can get a chance to see live players and do Q&A sessions and things like that. This following week, we had Chidobe Awuzie, we had Bryce Butler, and we also had Jeff Heath at the event. And it was a fantastic event over there in Lava Cantina. So if you're part of if you live close to the Cowboys or you're in Plano, feel free to drop by and give us a call or give us a shout out, and we will see what we can do to get you out to the games and things like that. So that will be in the description box, www Cowboys Experience. We would love to see you guys there. So moving a little bit further in the coffee report, Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, I say that they are the leaders from this aspect of the game. Everybody on this team listen to Dak Prescott. They have an ear in on him, because they know for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, that this team can run behind them and fall behind them and go farther than what we can think with our minds, right? So this is what I saw as far as statistically. Dak Prescott is actually 8-0 when he passes the ball for 250 yards or more. And then on top of that, if you add in this stat too, he has also, when he's like the third highest quarterback rating QBR since he entered into the league in 2016. Third rated since 2016, of passing the ball of 118% QBR or more. So that's valuable, guys. That's big stuff coming from Dak Prescott. And then on top of that, game-winning drives, because the last game counted as a game-winning drive. He has the second most since 2016. That's your quarterback. Now, as far as those are just stats that we can put out there, and for anyone to mention the Brock Osweilers of the world, they can just hush that now, right? Because this game, the intangibles that you just can't see, right? The things that you can't touch. And that is what Dak Prescott brings. Those small things. He may not be the best thrower of the ball. He may not have the best vision. But those are some things in his skill set and his skill ability that we just can't take account for. That's leadership 101. That's demanding, taking control of the team. And did the Jerry Jones of the world, did he show and prove that this team is ready to play? Just from his interview with, I guess, 105.3 The Fan earlier this week, he said, hey, that's why the guy asked him a tough question, and he said, hey, that's why you guys do radio and our guys do evaluations and analytics. So I like the new wrinkles. One can argue the fact that there were new wrinkles. I think the voices of the masses was out there heavily into everyone. But this team, we saw more pistol formation. We saw receivers getting separation. Now, if you add in some extra plays as far as receivers not dropping the ball, maybe the score could have been different. And let's not everybody jump off the ship with Rico and the tight ends. What I'm seeing here is what I'm seeing with Dak Prescott to those tight ends. It takes time, and that's what we need in this world. We need to have that time. It takes time. It takes continuity and poise and all that stuff. And we do know, without a shadow of a doubt, that this team collectively have yet to even do a quote unquote full preseason game. So these tight ends are learning in the process. It takes time for these guys to gel together and get together and be together and all these good things. So with that being said, let's wait and let's pump the brakes on canning the tight ends. I like the skill set of what Dak Prescott represented out there. And then on top of that, those big runs that we saw, we had number 80 out there, Rico. I can't wait to do the film breakdown on that. And we saw the growth. We can say that we saw the growth of this guy, the rookie, number 55, double nickel, LVE, fighting through the trash and getting to the opposition. That's everything that we wanted to see out there, guys. That is everything we wanted to see. Somebody who has the mindset and the fortitude to blow up through the trash and get to the opposition. That's everything, guys. That is everything we want to see out there on the field. And, of course, the things that we may say from LVE, not blowing up the player and this sort of things, but I like his skill set. I like the fact that I have yet to see anybody from the opposing team to get beyond him or get behind him. So that's what I like to see, guys. It's the small thing. So I said earlier in several podcasts before that I would rather for us to hit fire towards the latter part of the year than for us to be so hot now and flame out later. I'm going to keep in mind, it's not even cold yet. I said that previous weeks. And everybody was saying, I had a lot of people inbox me saying, hey, I would rather have Ryan Fitzpatrick, or I would rather have such and such. Would you rather have Ryan Fitzpatrick now? So we got to think, guys, football season is a long process. It's tedious. You have to be able to understand that injuries occur. Now, my only reservations with this team, and I like to bring this up too, is that we need safety help, and we need somebody to really drive home into our nickel play as far as the defensive back. We saw that we gave up a touchdown with Jordan Lewis skating around out there, and then hopefully it was one of those things where he was just fresh and not really ready for the game. So, and then we saw another play that number 15 was able to get free. Tate, he was able to get free because of the Anthony Brown switch off from the, I guess, the Cheeto Woozy switch off to Anthony Brown. So those things we're going to have to worry about and figure those things out before we move further. And this team, we close to this thing as far as being on pace of being one of those teams to be the threat out there as far as the defense, because the front four looks good. And then we finna better our best. We going to better our best by bringing in David Irving. So what? Houston is about 3 hours away. So it's not that far. So hopefully this young team can gather things together and have their minds right, because we saw the catch by Michael Gallup. And I said before the game, during the pregame show, is that when you have rookies out here, because this still is like the second youngest team in the National Football League, it's hard. It's hard to play on the road. It's hard to get your mind together, especially when you've never been there before. So what's going on now is that when we go onto the road, you see a lot of false starts, a lot of drop passes, or a lot of hesitations and worrying about this and worrying about that. You get that a little bit when you're on the road and you're a rookie team. So hopefully by this game that the confidence will be built up and everybody be ready to play come around this weekend. And I would like to see all of you guys, dear Silver and Blue Nation, going straight down there to Texas and then showing them who the real Texas football team out there. I want to bring forth a challenge to all of you fans that's out there. Be ready, be live, lit, locked, and loaded, and be ready to get down there and let's make it loud. Wear your silver and blue. Let's get this thing going one way or another. Oh, I forgot to just bring in this thing with Ezekiel Elliott. Last game, when he played against the Seattle Seahawks, I told everyone he don't have a lot of those type of games, those type of boneheaded mistakes in him, and he proved to everyone out there that he can correct his wrongs and write everything right. So Ezekiel Elliott is hitting his stride. So look for him to have another big game. This is an indoors team, so it's a dome team down there in Texas. So I think that his footing will be okay. I think that he will be even more explosive. And it's something about poise and continuity with that offensive line. Looney did a good job. Ooh, Looney did a good job. And I got so much things to say. I got so much to say about D-Law. OMG. We got to pay the man. We got to pay D-Law one way or another. Let me know, guys. Put down in the comment box. I'm going to try to read every one of your all comments, especially those who are on the Phantom and the Silver and Blue Nation, Big Game James page, D Dallas Prospect, Every Legend Was Once a Prospect, Okoye Media. I'm on all you guys' platforms, so I'm going to try to go back throughout the day and read all of you all's comments, because there's nothing more it's nothing better than getting feedback from you all. And let me know whether or not you like this platform. Let me know if you like this setup too. It's the coffee report. Don't forget to grab your coffee. My coffee is brewing right now, so I gotta actually run. That's all the time I have for this beautiful morning, Victory Monday. Go into the office today, guys. Be productive. Always leave you guys with one thing that I always have in my mind. This is something positive. Jim Rohn always says this. He said, when the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. That's the word for the day. That's all the time I have for right now. And remember, you're listening to Nothing But the Bass. Salute. I'm out. Peace. Let's jam on out to some beautiful music. Let's go. Let's roll with it. Yeah. Let's be productive. Go Cowboys. Rep that silver and blue, baby. Say prime time, I see you, Boomer Sooner. Thank you for tuning in. Jamal Anderson, live like 95. Let's get this thing going one way or another. Lopez, I see you, fam. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Grab your coffee. This message is brought to you by Folgers, the best part of waking up. Peace. Yeah. Man, I love y'all. Love you. Peace.